Well, hello, welcome to this video of my visit to the NEC Classic Car Show in Birmingham, which was held in November this year, 2024. This is a Mitsubishi Colt on a Mitsubishi Colt Owners Club stand. I wasn't going to do a voiceover. I uploaded this video previously with just music, but I thought it might be more interesting for people to have a voiceover of what was there and my thoughts on what I was looking at as I went around the show. So there's a Mark II Ford Escort rally car. This is another Mitsubishi Colt. Here we've got a Vauxhall. Is it a Velox or a Cresta? It's probably Velox, I'm not sure. Not up to date on my Vauxhall. It's definitely a classic Vauxhall, and that's a Velox, or is it? I can't remember what they are. I'm not great at all the old cars. I know what a lot of them are, but yeah, I just thought I'd do a voiceover because you know, I find it a bit cringeworthy listening to voiceovers on my previous videos, but I just thought I'd give it a go. That's a racing Vauxhall, obviously. It looks like a Lotus Carlton, but I'm not sure if that's what it is exactly. That's a Vauxhall Nova. Yeah, so I'll try and keep the voiceover interesting. I just thought I'd give it a go. It was an expensive show to get in. There's a Vauxhall ambulance, Vauxhall Victor, I think, and that's I should know what these are. Vauxhall Victor, I think. That's definitely a Ford Capri. That was used on some overland rally, as was this Mark II Ford Cortina. Yeah, I quickly sort of rushed around the show trying to see all the cars. It was a very big show and in quite a few halls, and so to get round in the hours that I had there, I mean, I had a full day there really, but there was so much to see. It was hard to get around it all, and so there was a bit of rushing involved. So that's a Metro 6R4 rally car. There's a few of those there. That was known. All of these were Owners Club stands. That's a Vauxhall Victor Estate. That's a Toyota Celica. This stand was all kits based on the mini based kits. That's a little Honda sports car. This is a Nissan Skyline. I think it's called the Canmeri, but don't quote me on that. I might be wrong on that. I don't really know. I'm not as clued up on all these cars as I probably should be. I know I like cars. I know quite a bit about them, but I'm not an expert by any means. But this is a very cool looking car, really nice. So I took quite a bit of video of this one. Yeah, so yeah, there was a lots to see, and it was hard to. It was a bit of rushing around, so you couldn't spend too long on one particular car really. But I mean, yeah, it was expensive to get in, but it was worth it. I think it was worth it because there was a lot packed into the show. I spent quite a bit of money in the Auto Jumble buying model cars, which you'll see in a different video that will be uploaded shortly. Yeah, that's a Supra, Toyota Supra in the Castrol Racing colours. Mark III Ford Cortina Estate. That was a nice one. Really liked that one. It was unusual to see. You don't see so many old estate cars. Ford Capri police car. Took a still photo and a video of that because yeah, it's hard to take videos. As you see there, people were walking in the way. There's a lot of people there, but I visited on the Friday. Escort rally car, AA Ford Transit AA van. This was interesting. It was a Escort Estate, Mark I Escort Estate, with all the you know, the racing high performance engine put into it. This is a Rattlook Ford 100 Anglia. I think this is the 100E Ford Anglia. Very nice in the rat effect look, the rust look. I quite like that one, the rusty look. This is the customised one next to it. And then we've got a racing Dolomite Sprint, a GMC is that, rusty one, customised Volvo P1800. This is a couple of cars in the area. You could pay some money here to go for a ride in one of these cars. 1950s American car and a Volvo truck. A couple of very brightly coloured beach buggies. Yeah, I visited on the Friday, went to this show on the Friday, and it was still busy, but I imagine if you went on a Saturday or Sunday it'd be a lot busier, a lot more people around. So I could actually get half decent photos of a lot of the cars. So it wasn't too bad. I guess on the next 2 days, the Saturday and Sunday would have been quite rammed with people. So that's nice. A Volkswagen Fastback dragster, another beach buggy. Nice old Saab estate, that's really nice, like that one. FSO Polones, I'm not sure if that's a fire car, I'm not sure if this is a police car, I don't know what that word means. But yeah, a couple of FSO Polones, a few FSOs there, that was an owners club. We've got a Renault 12, is it a Renault 12 I think, the one that went on to become the Dacia. They had a brand new Renault 5, this is a new Renault 5 that's not been launched yet, and an old Renault 5. Yeah, the new one's an electric one. Talbot Macho Rancho. These were out in the 80s, and I've got various model versions of this. It's quite, you know, they made lots of models of this in die-cast form back in the day when these cars were new. But the real cars are very rare and you hardly ever see them. There's not many survive because most of them rusted away. So that was nice to see, that Macho Rancho. This is nice as well. Another favourite car of mine. It's the old fastback Beta. It's not a Beta, was it? VW 1600, I think it's called, but it's known as the fastback, that one. And then there's a square back was the variant version, and notchback was a different one, but that's the fastback one. Really nice car, really good condition. I really like that one. That would have been nice to take one home with me. I would have liked to have taken that home and driven it home from the show, but yeah, not to be. There's a convertible one. Another still photo of the Beetle. You might recognise this caravan. It's featured on the Auto Alex channel. So that was an Auto Alex built this Cara cottage, him and Taylor. It featured on their YouTube channel. So if you watch the Auto Alex YouTube channel, you'll recognise that. It was quite good to see that actually. Morris Minor Millions, a few of those. They're quite rare. They had a lineup of 4 of them. They made those two in that colour to celebrate the millionth Morris Minor off the production line. Hot rod and an American pickup truck. Yeah, Hubnut was there. If you watch YouTube channels about old cars, you probably know who Hubnut is, and I Drive a Classic, and they were both there. So that was nice to see them there. A Blues Brothers car, and of course a General Lee Dodge Charger. I looked at the little information card. This was definitely a replica, not a real. It wasn't a screen used one from the show. It's definitely a replica, but it's a very good one. Yeah, and the Blues Brothers car as well was quite cool to see. So yeah, that's in really nice condition as well, but it might look more authentic if it was covered in mud and had a few scrapes on it, because they never look like that in the show. They're always covered in dust from the dirt roads. So yeah, but it's nice anyway, nicely done. And then we've got a DeLorean. This is another replica, but a very good one, nicely done. DeLorean from Back to the Future, obviously, with all the lights on it. Look pretty cool, that. And it's got the flux capacitor thing inside it, all the little displays, everything lights up, everything works as it should. It's really authentic, except I think you'll find it probably doesn't time travel when it gets to 88 miles an hour, so it probably doesn't actually travel through time, but it certainly looks the part. So it's got the plutonium box in the passenger's seat as well, so yeah, it's nice to see. This was the DeLorean Motor Club owners, DeLorean Owners Club, Motor Club, whatever they call themselves, I'm not sure. Yeah, DeLorean Owners Club. So there's a couple of normal DeLoreans there as well, but everyone was taking pictures of this one for obvious reasons. Nice Triumph estate. I always like these Triumph 2000 estates. There's a Mark 1 and this is a Mark 2, the later version. Nice looking cars. That's a Hillman Imp van. I think it's called a Cobb, I can't remember. This is interesting, TV detector van from back in the 1970s. They were used to catch people watching telly without a licence. It was probably, whether they actually worked or not, I don't know, but it was a visual deterrent, I think. But interesting van to see there. Some P6 Rovers. I went to look at a P6 Rover for sale myself, but I haven't actually bought one yet. That's a nice one. A nice green and a red SD1 Rover, they were nice. Customised Austin Allegro, that was nice as well. Yeah, so I'm still looking for a P6 Rover, I think. I might go and look at a few more. So we've got a little Lambretta with a sidecar and an old bus. So yeah, that was nice to see. And custom van, what is that? Ford Econoline pickup, I think. This is an Alfa Romeo 90, an Alfa 90, very rare car. This is actually a bit rusty, you could see under the paint, it wasn't in mint condition, it was obviously a work in progress, but nice to see. Alfa Sud, Fiat 131, an Italia 90 Fiat Tipo, that was good to see. Lancia Stratos, and we've got, what's this one, a Lancia Beta, I think, no, what is it, a Lancia Spider, I don't know. And we've got a Jaguar estate car, that's unusual, not seen one like that before. A couple of Isetta bubble cars, famously made by BMW back in the day, but I think they built some of those in this country as well, in the UK. So this is an ACME 300, remember that from my Observer's book of cars when I was a kid. A 2002 BMW racing car, and is that a 3-litre CSL coupe, might be, if I got that right. Old Bugattis, these were nice to see. I mean, these are obviously more high-end classic cars that are worth millions of pounds and out of the reach of mere mortals, that's for sure, unless you won the lottery. But even so, nice old cars, nice to see. So there's a real mix of cars there, some sort of everyday classics like Morris Minors, and some things like some of these sort of cars that are sort of other end of the price scale. So cool to see though, nice old racers. And yeah, so I took a few video clips of these Bugattis. I think my dad used to like the Bugattis quite a lot, so that's probably why I've got a bit of an affinity for those. They're very nice looking cars, with that sort of shaped grille and the pointy rear end, tapered rear end at the back, nice cars. And then speaking of nice cars, we've got some GT40s, and they're nice cars as well. Nice to see those. Then we've got I think this is what's that, Marcos racing car, and we've got a Volvo racing car. I'm not sure what the story behind that one was. It looked like a rally car, and a Volvo 240 lowered and on very low profile tyres, custom job. It's interesting to see that one. Customised Trabant. This is a weird one. It's a customised, I think it's a Beetle, but I might be wrong. It looks to me like it's a Beetle, but it's got an engine in the front as well, so whether the engine in the front is actually real, it could be a dummy engine, I don't know. I don't know the full story on this one, but it's a weird wacky looking thing, and I like the Hot Wheels logo on the side. I thought that was quite cool as well, so very nice. So it's good to see that one. Something quirky and different, I like that, individual and unique, very cool. Now I've got a bit of video of this one. Took a few photos and videos of this particular car. It's now for a Romeo Giulietta Sprint. My dad had a Giulia Sprint, which is very similar, looked exactly the same as this car, and ours was blue. My dad's was in very poor condition. It's since been restored and repainted red, so the car still survives. My dad's old one, it's still around. But yeah, so that's why I took a lot of video of this car, because memories of my dad's one when I was a kid. Me and my brother and my sister, there was 3 of us little kids, used to sit on that back shelf there, that rear seat bit. The rear seat bit's like a little, it's not really a seat, it's a little shelf in the back, but we had little kid seats in there, and went on family holidays in it. It was great fun. Yeah, Dad sort of looked quite tatty and didn't look very great really with the bodywork. It was always different shades of paint, you know, grey primer and red oxide paint and stuff, but when it got restored and it looked really good. But it was nice. It was a car. Dad used it. Cars are meant to be driven and meant to be used, and that's what my dad did with his one. So yeah, it's nice to see this. But yeah, cool. It's such a cool shape, so stylish, really well designed. Yeah, classic old Alfa. So make no apologies for taking a bit of video of that one. Yeah, it looks better in blue like my dad's one, but yeah, nice to see anyway. Nice to see one at the show. So that's that one, and some more P6 Rovers. This one has been used on a recent, I think it was recently being used in across in a long distance rally. That tells you what rally it was, and there's a picture of it there going through a desert. I think I took some video of the actual information about it, so you'll see that in a minute. But fully race prepared. So this is a P6 that's been used in anger. It's got a roll cage, it's got all the gear, and it's got 2 spare wheels in the boot, and another nice P6 Rover there. Yeah, so the P6 Rover I looked at, I don't know, there was nothing really wrong with it, but it wasn't the one for me, so I'm going to keep looking for them, and hopefully I might get one. Looks nice with the road style wheels, this blue one here. With those road style wheels, it looks the business. Those wheels really suit it, and they were optional extra at the time. I think you could buy it from the factory with those. Well, you know, you could order it from the dealership with those wheels. And here's the information about the rally one. Tells you all about it there, so you can pause the video and have a look at that. It looks really cool. It's nice with the mini lights. This is a rare car, Lancia Beta. Most of these rusted to nothing. It's very rare to see a survivor. I was actually shocked to see this there because most of them rusted away. How this one survived, I've got no idea. But yeah, it's a left-hand drive one, so it might have been imported from Italy. It could have been an Italian import actually, being a left-hand drive. But yeah, Lancia Beta from 1970s, and mint condition as well. So a very rare car. Nice to see. I do remember seeing these on the road in the 70s, but usually they were rusty and falling to bits. Like my dad's old Alfa Romeos, made out the same poor quality steel. But yeah, so that's a rare and unusual car to see. And then there's a very nice Volvo next to it. This Volvo 2, was it 144, that one? The alloy, white wall tyres quite suit it, I think. This is a Bond three-wheeler. It's not the Bond mini car, it's like their it's about the same size as the Renault Robin, but it actually looks quite good for a three-wheeler. It's very stylish, I thought. Looks quite nice looking car, I think, for a three-wheeler. Yeah, made by Bond. I'm not sure what model it's called, what the particular model designation it is, but look at those rear lights. It's really nice. It looks really quite cool. Four-wheel version of that would look really good. A rally chopper in orange and some Bond bugs. That's the Bond Bug Owners Club. And yeah, always nice to see a Bond bug. I do like those. I don't think I want to own one because they're quite they look a bit they don't look the safest thing to drive, do they really? But they're very 1970s and very of the time. Very cool. Nice cars, but I definitely wouldn't want to own one myself, but they're nice to see at the show. And there's a few of those. I think that thing next to it, I think that's a Reliant Ant, was it called? I don't know, Reliance commercial vehicle. There's a Mark 1 Escort and a Mark 1 Capri racing cars. This is all model cars. These are all die-cast 1/18 scale models. These ones. Massive variety of models you could get, but they're all quite expensive. This is one of these stores that was selling models, and they got them all out of the boxes on display like this, which look really nice and really quite impressive, really. And then we've got a pink Aston Martin. Why you'd paint that pink, I don't know. We've got a dragster. That's nice to see. So it gives you an idea of the mix of cars at the show. And we've got a Morris Minor pickup and a Morris Minor van, post office van. And that's about your lot. A little Renault at the end. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye.